Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hope all of you are doing well. I welcome you all in my today's online class on behalf of IGHS online class, and this is for class 7, and you can see that we will start our today's class on unit 5 and lesson 1, and this is for the book I have. It is in page number 42, right? So please open your book so that you can match my class with your textbook, right? So here can you see the picture? Yes. Who can you see? Who is this woman and what do you know about it? I know. You can see that this lady is none other than who? Begum Rokeya, and our today's class is on Begum Rokeya, and we have several classes on this topic. So this is Begum Rokeya 1. Now, what do you know about her? We know that she did a lot of things for the right of woman, right? Okay. Now, in section B, we are going to read a text on Begum Rokeya. To read the text, I find that there are some vocabulary, so that this vocabulary or the keywords of today's text, it will help you to understand the text clearly. So before reading the text, let's see what is our today's keywords. Look at the keywords here. Undivided. Divided means split it, right? And split. Undivided, not divided, and that is together. So undivided, this is adjective, and undivided, that means not divided, you can say not divided, or you can say united. United, that means ekotrito kora. United, ekotrito thaka. Century. What is century? This is 100 years. 100 years is called, together it is a century, and this is noun. Opportunity. Pronounce with me. Opportunity. 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 Look here. OR. Opportunity. So opportunity. How many? And opportunity. So this is not opportunity, this is opportunity. Opportunity, this is also a noun, that means scope. Opportunity means scope, sujog. Landlord, it is also a noun. Landlord is in English the owner of a land, right? The owner of a land. Owner of a land, that means a very person who has vast land and he is the owner, that is the zamindar. Okay, in previous days they are called the zamindars. So this is the owner of a land. Encourage. Look at our last keyword, encourage. Encourage is a verb. If I encourage somebody, they can do a lot. So encourage means praise or inspire. 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 Encourage, this is inspire. So when we read the text, I think this word will be very helpful for you. So let's do the review again. Undivided, it is an adjective. Not divided or united. Century, it is a noun. 100 years, together 100 years is called century. And opportunity, noun, this means scope. Landlord, this is also noun. Owner of a land. Encourage, this is verb, that means inspire. Inspire, right? So this is all about today's vocabulary, and if you find that while reading the text is there any new word for you, you can ask me through comments, right? Now let's read the text. when I am reading the text, you will find your book and you will match my reading with yours one, right? Let's start. Begum Rokeya, 1880 to 1932. That is, this is the duration of her lifetime. Begum Rokeya was a famous writer and a social worker. She lived in undivided Bengal, অবিভক্ত বাংলা, in the early 20th century. 20th century শুরুর দিকে, মানে বিংশ শতাব্দীর শুরুর দিকে, early মানে at the very beginning. She believed that women should have the same rights. এখানে রাইট মানে হচ্ছে অধিকার. Women should have the same rights. মহিলাদেরও কি আছে? সম অধিকার রয়েছে and opportunities এবং সুযোগ রয়েছে as men have in the society. সমাজে যেমন পুরুষের অধিকার রয়েছে, যেমন সুযোগ রয়েছে, মেয়েদেরও সমপরিমাণ সুযোগ এবং অধিকার রয়েছে, and she believed that. So she fought for their cause throughout her life. Throughout means ব্যাপিয়া, ব্যাপিয়া মানে ধরে, throughout his life, that means সারা জীবন ধরে, right? Begum Rokeya was born in a village called Pairaband, and it is in Rangpur in 1880. Her father, Jahiruddin Muhammad Abu Ali Haidar Saber, was an educated landlord. Rokeya was married to Khan Bahadur Shakhawat Hussain in 1896. Her husband was the deputy magistrate of Bhagalpur, now a district in the Indian state of Bihar. That time it was in India, and that time Bangladesh was also, it is not then the independent country, it was also part of total India and India subcontinent, you can say. So now that very area is nowadays is called Bihar. He is very cooperative. Cooperative mane সহযোগী, that means he is very helpful, right? And always encouraged Rokeya to go on with her activities. Many upper class Muslims of Bengal at the time learned Arabic and Persian as medium of education and communication. তখনকার দিনে as a medium of education, শিক্ষার মাধ্যম হিসাবে, and communication, যোগাযোগের মাধ্যম, যোগাযোগ, that means এই যে আমরা কথা বলছি, ভাবের আদান প্রদান করছি, this is also communication. এই communication and for education they use Arabic and Persian. Persian means Farsi bhasha. But Rokeya had great love for her mother tongue. Which one is her mother tongue? Bangla. She learnt Bangla and English from her eldest brother Ibrahim. Her eldest brother Ibrahim. So she, though that very time Arabic and Persian was very much taught, but she learnt Bengali, that means Bangla, and English, and from whom? From elder brother Ibrahim, right? So this is all about the text. Now let's go to section C, and here you can see some multiple choice questions, right? So you can see there are 5 questions. Section C, and here the question is tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer. That means there are some questions. I am not writing all the questions. I will just give you the number and you will just find and match my answer with your one, right? Begum Rokeya fought for, there are 3 options: democracy, independence, women's right. So she fought for, very good. Number 1, C, it is women's right. Women's right. Here this right is অধিকার, women's right, নারী অধিকার. Number 2, Rokeya was born in a village, a town or a slum. Where he was born in a village called Pairaband, right? So she was born in a village. So which number it is? A village. So this is the answer. Number 3. Okay. Rokia loved English, Bangla, Urdu. Among these three, which Rokia loved most? Bangla. Rokia loved her mother tongue, and which one was his mother tongue? Bangla. So she loved Bangla, right? So this is Bangla. Okay, now go for number 4. Shakhawat Hussein's working place was, working place মানে কাজের জায়গা। শাখাওয়াত হোসেন কোথায় কাজ করতেন? Shakhawat Hussein's working place was Pairaband, Bhagalpur, Rangpur. Which was the place? Let's see. Shakhawat Hussain, Deputy Magistrate of Bhagalpur. So where he worked in Bhagalpur, right? So this is number B, and you will also write in this way. When you will write in the answers of MCQ in your exam script, you will write in this way, Bhagalpur. Okay, now last MCQ question is that Bhagalpur is a district in Bangladesh, West Bengal, Bihar. Which district? Look here, Bhagalpur, now a district in the Indian state of Bihar. So it is in the district of Bihar, C. Okay, so this is all about the answer of section C. Now let's go to section D. I hope you have copied these answers, right? Or you can take the screenshots as well. Now we will go for section D. Okay. So what is in our section D? There is a chart. The chart is on Begum Rokeya. In this way there is a chart. You can see Begum Rokeya, and here there are some other options, that is you have to fill in. Number 1, occupation. So this is the chart was there, occupation, right? Number 2, born in. Here is a column, married in. That means these are the some information you have to bring out from the text, okay? Family. So all these answers you have to read the text very attentively, otherwise you will not be able to bring out the answers, right? Okay, so this was the column in D actually. Now let's go to the text and find out the answers. The first one, occupation. What was her occupation? Occupation means pesha. Tini ki korten? Actually we have found that she was a famous writer and a social worker. So what was her occupation? A writer and a social worker. So this is her occupation. Born in. When was she born? That means the time. Look here in the text you can see Begum Rokeya 1880 to 1932. That means she was born in 1880. 80. This is the right answer. And she was married in 1896. Look at the age. She was just born in 80 and she was married in 96. That means only at the age of 16 she was married in. She was got married in, right? So at that very period this was the culture, you know. And now our last column, family. Which type of family she was born in? She was born in an educated landlord family. Educated, that means shikhito, educated landlord family. That means he was born in a rich family, right? You can say language, which language she knew? She learned Bangla and English, right? So these are the all information you can have got from the text. So you got the answers from answers of section D, and in this way you have also question in your exam script, right? So when you will find that very question, there will be some numbers, okay, and in this way you will not bring just the pattern, you will just put the number and write the number like this. You will write in your exam, but here as it is in the book, in this way we have written this like this, okay. Now our last part is section E, and here you will have to write some answers, okay. So how will you write the answers? Answers to the question number E. Answer to the question number E. So you will write in this way. When you will write the question in your exam paper, then you will write in this way. Then you will say first number 1. What is the first one? What was Begum Rokea's belief? Begum Rokear বিশ্বাস কি ছিল? আমরা চলে যাই আমাদের টেক্সটে। Begum Rokeya was a famous writer and a social worker. She lived in an undivided Bengal. She believed that. আমরা পেয়ে গেছি এই লাইনে উত্তরটা। She believed that কি বিলিভ করতেন? Women should have the same rights and opportunities as men have in the society. So this was her belief. So how we will write? Was belief, Begum Rokea's belief. Begum Rokea's belief. একটু লক্ষ্য করো স্টুডেন্ট, এখানে প্রশ্নে দেওয়া আছে বিলিভ, এটা নাউন, আর বাক্যে টেক্সটের মধ্যে দেওয়া আছে বিলিভড, এটা কিন্তু ভার্ব। তো তোমরা ভার্ব হিসাবে ব্যবহার করেও লিখতে পারো, নাউন হিসাবেও লিখতে পারো, তবে আমরা আশা করব যে তোমরা প্রশ্নের সাথে মিল করে বাক্যগুলোর উত্তর দেবে। বেগম রোকেয়াস বিলিভ was Begum Rokea's belief was that, তার বিশ্বাস ছিল যে, কি বিশ্বাস ছিল? women should have same rights and opportunities, same right and opportunities তোমাদের মনে আছে এটা আমরা কিওয়ার্ডে পড়েছিলাম, অপরচুনিটিস, দ্যাট ইজ নাউন, এটা অর্থ হচ্ছে সুযোগ বা স্কোপ, এখানে এটা প্লুরাল অর্থে ব্যবহার হয়েছে। অপরচুনিটিস মানে অনেক সুযোগ। সেম রাইটস অ্যান্ড অপরচুনিটিস অ্যাজ মেন হ্যাভ ইন দ্য সোসাইটি। সো দিস ইজ the answer of question number 1. Now let's go for 2. Have you copied it? Please copy it, and then I will move for the second question. Number 2. What did she fight for? তিনি কিসের জন্য যুদ্ধ করেছিলেন? She fight for what did, দেখো প্রশ্নটা করা হয়েছে কি দিয়ে? ডিড দিয়ে। তার মানে এই যে সময়টার যুদ্ধ করার কথা বলেছে সেটা কিন্তু এখন না, দ্যাট ওয়াজ ইন দ্য পাস্ট, সো উই মাস্ট আনসার ইন পাস্ট। শি, হোয়াট ডিড শি ফাইট ফর? সো উই উইল রাইট শি ফট ফর, শি ফট ফর, শি ফট ফর কি জন্য তিনি সংগ্রাম করেছেন? উইমেন্স right and opportunities, right? So আমরা দেখি বইয়ের মধ্যে কোথায় কথাটা আছে। so she fought for their cause throughout her life. এখানে একটা জিনিস দেখো, এই ফর দেয়ার কজ, তাদের কারণে, তাদের জন্য, তার মানে কি এই কাদের জন্য? উইমেন্স রাইট। এটা কি বুঝতে পেরেছো? তোমরা অনেকেই কি করো, বই থেকে হুবহু এই লাইনটা তুলে দাও, এরকম করে হুবহু লিখে দিলে কিন্তু পুরো নাম্বার তোমরা পাবে না। আসলে মানে বুঝতে হবে প্রশ্নটা যে তোমাদেরকে কোন তথ্যটা চাওয়া হয়েছে। ওকে, হোয়াট ডিড শি ফাইট ফর? শি ফট ফর উইমেন্স রাইট। তিনি নারী অধিকারের জন্য সংগ্রাম করেছিলেন। ওকে, হোয়াট কাইন্ড অফ ফ্যামিলি ডিড শি কাম ফ্রম? হোয়াট কাইন্ড অফ ফ্যামিলি, তিনি কি ধরনের পরিবার থেকে এসেছেন? শি কেম ফ্রম, আমরা এটা এমসিকিউ কোশ্চেনেও করেছি, কাজে আমাদের এটা মনে আছে, তাই না? শি কেম ফ্রম অ্যান এডুকেটেড landlord family. Okay, our fourth question, why did many upper class Muslims learn Arabic and Persian at that time? At that time তার মানে ওই বেগম রোকেয়ার সময়ে কেন মানুষ আরবি এবং ফার্সি শিখত? এখানে দেখো তোমাদের বইয়ের মধ্যেই আনসারটা আছে, টেক্সটেই আছে। Many upper class Muslims of Bengal at that time learned Arabic and Persian as medium of education and communication. So exactly the answer is in your text. So you can write the answer here. Many, just you will match the answer from the with the question, that is many upper class Muslims learned Arabic and Persian at that time আমরা 2 নাম্বারটা মুছে দিচ্ছি। At that time as a medium or means of, একই মানে, as a means of education মানে মাধ্যম, এখানে means মানেও মাধ্যম, as a means of, as a medium of, you can write means of education and communication, তার মানে যোগাযোগ এবং শিক্ষার মাধ্যম হিসাবে তারা আরবি এবং ফার্সি শিখত। দেখো একদম সহজ, আমরা যদি টেক্সটটা একটু ভালো করে বুঝি তাহলে দেখবা যে কোনো প্রশ্নের উত্তরই আমাদের কাছে আর কোনো কঠিন লাগবে না, আমরা বুঝবো এবং মুখস্থও করতে হবে না। এটা আসলে মুখস্থ করার জিনিসও না, টেক্সট তোমাদেরকে দেয়া থাকবে, শুধু প্রশ্নটা বুঝে টেক্সটের ভেতর থেকে তোমাদেরকে জাস্ট উত্তরগুলো লিখতে হবে। সো আওয়ার লাস্ট কোয়েশ্চেন ফর টুডেজ লেসন, why did Rokeya learn Bangla and English? Why do you think so? Rokeya had a great love for her mother tongue. She learned Bangla and English from her eldest brother Ibrahim. So why did Rokeya learn Bangla and English? Rokeya learned Bangla as her love for mother tongue. Rokeya learned Bangla as her love for mother tongue. Mother tongue এর প্রতি ভালোবাসা থেকে রোকেয়া কি করেছে? বাংলা শিখেছে। And English কি কেন শিখেছে? As a language of, as an international language, as an international language. দেখো উনি তখনই কিন্তু বুঝেছিলেন যে আমি আরবি শিখি আর ফার্সি শিখি, এটা দিয়ে তো সারা পৃথিবীতে আমার কথাটা পৌঁছানো যাবে না, কাজেই সব জায়গাতে যদি আমার কথাটা পৌঁছাতে হয় তাহলে কি দরকার, আমার ইংরেজি ভাষাটা জানা দরকার। এবং ওই সময় যেহেতু ব্রিটিশ শাসন ছিল ওই ইন্ডিয়ান সাবকন্টিনেন্টে এবং তাদের ভাষা ছিল ইংরেজি, সে কারণে তার মনের কথাটা ব্যক্ত করার জন্য সে তখনই তিনি উপলব্ধি করেছিলেন যে তিনি যদি ইংরেজি ভাষা শেখেন তাহলে তিনি তার মনের ভাবটা, তিনি যা চাচ্ছেন সেটা তিনি হায়ার অথরিটিকে বোঝাতে সক্ষম হবেন। সো দিস ইজ অল অ্যাবাউট দ্য today's lesson, and if you have any question regarding this text, please ask me through comments and I will also answer you through comments, right? So I think you have copied all the answers we have discussed here and we have written here. So as I have no other topic to teach in this lesson, so let's say goodbye and see you in the next class. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.